Good morning. My name is David Angueira, and I am a trial lawyer here with the law firm of Swartz Swartz in Boston. And one of the subjects that I want to discuss with you today is quite relevant nowadays regarding COVID and the vaccines that have been approved to deal with the COVID infections. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that we need to respect everybody's rights to make decisions about their own bodies. That's indisputable. We agree with that completely. But the problem arises often when an employer decides that because it thinks that it's in the best interest of the safety of all the other employees to require all the employees to be vaccinated, what are the rights of an employee to refuse to be vaccinated, and what are the reasons that are acceptable for that refusal? And then the follow-up question is, if you do refuse to get vaccinated, when an employer requires that you do, can you be fired for that? And unfortunately, there's no clear answer in this country at this point in time. This is a subject matter that's being discussed and debated from state to state and even on a federal level. But the bottom line, there are some basic principles here in Massachusetts that we could follow. So the bottom line is, can an employer require that all the employees in its employment be vaccinated? And the answer is yes, they can ask that all the employees be vaccinated. However, an employee has the right to discuss with that employer the reasons why he or she believes that they should not be vaccinated. It could be religious, it could be cultural, and it could be health related. So the bottom line is that if you're an employee and your employer has asked you to be vaccinated or demanded that you be vaccinated, and you have a legitimate reason for objecting to the vaccination, then you should discuss that with your employer right away. If not the Human Resources Department, your immediate supervisor. At that point, the employer has an obligation to engage in a discussion with you, a conversation with you, to find out what are the reasons that you feel that you cannot or should not be vaccinated. And that's required by law for the employer to engage in that type of a conversation with you. Now, once that has occurred, if the employer, based on the current law, believes that you have a legitimate reason as to why you should not be vaccinated, then they need to honor that request. However, if your reason does not appear to be legitimate or reasonable under the circumstances, the employer may require that you be vaccinated in order to do your job. Now, there are many exceptions to this, and as I mentioned at the beginning of our discussion, these matters are being discussed all over the country, actually all over the world right now, because there's no clear answer. But the best thing to do is, if you have a question, and if you're not sure about it, give us a call here at Swartz Swartz. We're happy to answer any questions that you have about these matters and help guide you through this complicated process. And we wish everyone stays healthy and well. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.